Sri Lanka, small miracle.
Good evening, everyone.
What we just witnessed was a video of a spectacular image filled with the proud history, culture, and the grace of Sri Lanka.
Rigman, the Sri Lankan Cultural Night unveiling the second successful Asian here at the University of Ireland.
Well, let us elaborate more on the dance item that you just saw.
It's called the Puja dance, which is usually the very first item of any Sri Lankan cultural event.
The Puja dance pays homage to guardian deities and the Guru who have taught the dance.
And also, we would like to ensure that in the day that we had in the beginning, we wanted to give a little bit more time for our audience to reach here.
The Sri Lankan community at the IIT, as well as groups of other We are immensely grateful for everything we have learned so far.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of the United States of America. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, let us all rise for the national anthem of Sri Lanka.
that is this. So, it would be best to engage in that conditions and start tonight's proceedings by lighting all that.
We will not be using the conventional oil lamp at the event tonight. Instead, the decorated lamp, which is placed on a pillar, will be lit, symbolizing the illumination of light throughout the evening.
Now, we would like to invite few very important people to help us with life. Our chief guest, coordinator for the cultural programs at the Center for Student Involvement and Leadership at the University of Iowa, Mr. Roland Saxiga. Faculty advisor of the Sri Student Association here at the University of Iowa, Dr. Kofla Pingur.
Representing the Sri Lankan Students Association of the University of Iowa, as well as the entire Sri Lankan community in Iowa City, Mr. Lanka Vijayanayaka.
Sri Lankans from our neighboring cities as well as neighboring states, Mr. Isham Samir.
However, we always had a talented bunch to organize an event like this, and it is an immense pleasure for us to stage Rigma today for the second successful occasion since 2010 here at the University of Iowa.
Indeed. So please welcome the President of the Sri Lankan Students Association here at the University of Iowa, Nimit Jayakantri, to deliver the welcome address.
Thank you, Owen. Good evening, everyone. It gives me great pleasure today to address this gathering as the President of the Sri Lankan Students Association for two major reasons. Firstly, it's a dream come true for the entire Sri Lankan community here in Iowa City. Secondly, it's a great example of our unity and what can be achieved by hard work, dedication, and commitment. Since the inception of Sri Lankan Students Association in 2010, we have come a long way as an international community. We had to face numerous challenges and obstacles along the way, but unity and integrity as a community provided us with enough strength to overcome all those. Today, I feel really privileged to be a part of the team staging Rhythm for the second successful occasion here at the University of Iowa. I was not here for the very first Rhythm stage back in 2010, but I feel the same pride that my seniors felt when they were holding Rhythm for the very first time. I'm sure some of you in the audience must have seen and enjoyed the first Rhythm as well. And those of you who are attending this event for the very first time, I'm sure this will be an unforgettable night for you. So, without wasting much time, I would like to welcome all of you gathered here today for the second successful rendition of the Sri Lankan Cultural Night, Rhythm 2014. I hope all of you will have a wonderful evening today with glamorous Sri Lankan dances and music. Enjoy the show and thank you.
Thank you very much, Dave. Next, we are going to move on to a very prestigious dance item called the Cantian dance. Hilma, you might want to enlighten our audience a bit about this dance style before they actually see it.
Of course, Asha. Well, Indian dance is a major dance style practiced in Sri Lanka, and there are the 18 different dance segments called one dance, which constitutes splendid traditional Indian dance style. Mainly, there are about 18 one-downs in Canadian dance form, which are merely based on religious beliefs and the behavior of animals. It is actually one of the most spectacular and vibrant art forms within the Sri Lankan culture. Ashita, do you want to add anything to it?
Why not? According to the legend, the origins of this dance lie in an ancient ritual known as Arya, and it carries the elements of lively Sri Lankan dance.
And today, you will be getting the rarest opportunity to watch Asudrusa Vandana, one of the sacred Vandanas used to extol the merit of Buddha. Ashadrusa is a dance that expresses the devotion and respect to the triple gem mentioned in Buddhism. This Vandana explicitly describes the virtues of Dhamma or the Buddhist teaching.
Tonight, this prestigious dance will be performed by the very competent Sri Lankan tribe, the Mali Jiva Hansa. So without further delay, let's welcome on stage our Canadian dancers to the beat of traditional Sri Lankan drum fused with modern music. Enjoy. So these folk songs were spontaneous feelings which arose in the villagers' minds, explaining their awareness and interest in their work. More importantly, these were sung without the aid of any musical instruments. Later on, these songs became very popular and now these represent an integral part of traditional Sri Lankan music fused with the beats of modern musical instruments.
Folk music represents a higher emotion we all have towards our culture. So tonight we'll be singing a collection of folk songs spanning from the olden days to the modern era. This will give you a good idea about the evolution of folk music in short.
you must be excited for the next dance. Next up is a dance that displays both strength and agility. It was done in ancient times by warriors of Sri Lanka.
This dance is done by using two wooden sticks, starting with slow melodic movements and gradually becomes more and more acrobatic, imitating a real ballet.
So, without further ado, the stage is yours. learn a few things about Sri Lanka, both through our performance and analysis. We thought it clear that we had give you a little bit of description of Sri Lanka. Don't worry, it's not going to be deep. We've enlisted the help of someone a little bit more knowledgeable. Dr. Kokia Taylor will tell you a little bit about Sri Lanka.
So, I want to tell you a little bit about Sri Lanka. Here is a map of South Asia, and right there you can see the Indian Ocean. And just below India, at the tip of India, there is a pear-shaped island, and that is Sri Lanka. It used to be called Taprobane. It used to be called, or even still is called, the Pearl of the Indian Ocean. And it used to be called Ceylon while it was a colony of Great Britain. And now it's called Sri Lanka. The size is about 1/3 of the size of the state of Iowa. And there's a population of 22 million in Sri Lanka. So there are 3 languages spoken in Sri Lanka. Sinhala is one of them. And if I put my hands together like this, and I bow, and I said, Ayubowan, that means may you live long and be healthy. So can you imagine being told that every day in the morning? Isn't that a wonderful thing? So that is a greeting in Sinhalese that we do a salutation. The next language spoken in Sri Lanka is Tamil. And if I do the same, and if I say Vanakam, if I say Vanakam, that means the meaning is similar, and that's in Tamil. The third language spoken in Sri Lanka is English. And as I mentioned before, Sri Lanka was a colony of the UK, and so English is spoken right throughout the island. Now, Sri Lanka, Sri Lanka has a history and a culture that dates back 2,500 years. So if you went to Sri Lanka today, you would still see some remnants of that ancient civilization. And the culture you will see every day. You will see that in our classical dances, like you just saw a little while ago, and some of our folk dances and our music, and of course, in even our cuisine, we have a unique Sri Lankan cuisine, and of course our festivities. So we have several festivals in Sri Lanka. Well, weddings are one place where you can definitely see the culture of Sri Lanka. Many customs are passed down from generation to generation, and even the bridal attire and the groom's attire is very traditional. We have several festivals in Sri Lanka. Some of them are religious. Vesak is a Buddhist festival, and it is celebrated on the full moon day in May. And we have our New Year. It is Sinhala and Tamil New Year, and that's celebrated on the 13th and the 14th of April. And that is somewhat similar to Thanksgiving here in the US, because it symbolizes getting the new harvest and bringing the harvest home and celebrating with food and nice sweets during the New Year. There are also many processions and elaborate festivals where there are elephants and a lot of Adivale. And of course, Christmas is celebrated by Christians and all other denominations in all of the island in Sri Lanka. Now, Sri Lanka is an island, so it has the most beautiful beaches. The beaches have white sand, and the sea, the colors range from turquoise blue to emerald green. And in the center of the island, there are very high, tall mountains. These mountains range from around 300 feet to about 3,000 feet to about 9,000 feet. They are very misty, and they are covered by rainforests. And through these beautiful, lush rainforests, you get cascading waterfalls. So Sri Lanka has some very beautiful natural scenery. And not only is the flora beautiful, but also is the fauna. The fauna is very special. In Sri Lanka, you would see the Asian elephant and the spotted leopard roaming in the wild if you go on a safari. Now, Sri Lanka has a bustling economy. It is one of the most developing countries in South Asia. And tea is one of our biggest exports. Sri Lanka is famous for its black tea. Also, we produce garments in Sri Lanka. If you go to the store and you pick up a garment, and you might see the label "Made in Sri Lanka." And of course, tourism is a big industry. So Sri Lanka is developing very fast. Despite that, it still has its rich culture and heritage. And it certainly is clean and pristine, and it has beautiful natural beauty. So what I hope, what all of us hope here is that by the end of this evening, after seeing all that we have to show you today, we hope that we could entice you to come and visit our beautiful, resplendent isle. Thank you very much.
Dance. I think it's time that we give them a glimpse of what modern dance is all like in Sri Lanka.
Now, our dance team is ready to dazzle you with a contemporary dance.
Wow, that was a great performance. What do you say, Mom?
So, Sasha, I really enjoyed it. Now, let me invite our guest of honor, Mr. Roy Salcedo, the coordinator for multicultural programs, Center for Student Involvement and Leadership at the University of Iowa at the Campus.
Good evening. How's everyone doing? Oh, come on. We need some more. So I hope you're all having fun because I am. I'm loving the program and the music and seeing all the performances. My name is Roy Salcedo, and I'm the coordinator for multicultural programs in the Center for Student Involvement Leadership. And the Center for Student Involvement Leadership, or as many of the student leaders know and student organizations, is CSO. We have numerous things that come out of our office as arts and entertainment, major annual events, multicultural programs. We have over 50 multicultural student organizations here on campus, and we also have the cultural and LGBT resource centers here on campus. We have the Afro-American Cultural Center, the Latino Native American Cultural Center, the Asian Pacific American Cultural Center, and the Lesbian, Gay, Bisexual, Transgender Resource Center. We also have many leadership programs in service, fraternity and sorority life, and many services for students ranging from student legal services to credit management. And And one thing too that is run out of our office is a CECL grant funding, which helps fund events like this, as well as we get funding as well as Coke products. So I hope you're enjoying your beverages, if for those who did get some at the back earlier. One of the neat things I'd like to share is this past summer, Denise came to me and was saying, we want to have Ridma. And I was like, what is that? And so I have learned a lot about Ridma as well as Sri Lanka. So it's really neat to be here at the University of Iowa to learn about Sri Lanka and having not even been there. So actually earlier I was booking my flight to Sri Lanka for next year. But one of the neat things is the Sri Lankan Student Association was established here in 2010, and it originally had 15 members. Now it has approximately 30. That is a wonderful thing to see in the student organizations. And the intent of the Sri Lankan Student Association is basically to promote the Sri Lankan culture and sharing the rich traditions held by Sri Lanka with different communities present here at the University of Iowa. Now, one thing, it was great to hear about the presentation of Sri Lanka, and I like doing research, and so finding things like, interesting facts. So hopefully maybe they can quiz you on these later. One of the neat things that I, found out was in Sri Lanka, there's 11 universities in Sri Lanka. And we all know that, Sri Lanka is about, I looked up this fact, it's about the size of West Virginia, which is a little bit smaller than Iowa. So it is also the first country in the world to have a woman democratically elected as the head of the state. And that was Sirimavo Bandaranaike. Was that close? Okay. Now I want to thank Thelma. I think she helped me try to pronounce that. I'll work on it. Another neat thing was cinnamon is originally from Sri Lanka. And I'm from understand the Egyptians, a really neat and interesting fact, the Sri Lankan flag is the only one in the world to recognize different religious groups. So that is really neat to find out some interesting facts about that. So far, I'm really enjoying this, the Ridma, and I'm very honored to be here and be invited to Ridma and be the guest of honor. And I hope everyone here also takes advantage of, to see Ridma continue in the future, because I think it's important that it continues and that the Sri Lankan Student Association is supported by the University of Iowa community. So I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. And once again, I want to thank the Sri Lankan Student Association for inviting me, and have a wonderful rest of the night. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Salcedo. Those were some really wonderful words. Now we have one of the most liveliest of dancers up on stage tonight. And for this, we will enlist the help of our neighbors at Iowa State University as well.
This fusion dance will introduce you to the different dancing styles in Sri Lanka and will take you on a virtual trip around the country. At first, we'll start from the south, where there is an abundance of farmland and paddy fields. Here, our performance will express the joy experienced by farmers during harvesting through expressive dance.
Then we'll move towards the heartland of Sri Lanka, in hill country, for a traditional dance called the West Dance, which has its roots deeply embedded in Sri Lankan culture. These dancers have studied and perfected their art for numerous years to achieve the status of a fully fledged Kandyan dancer.
West Dance the most sacred and the most popular dance in Sri Lanka, originated from an ancient purification ritual called the Kohomba Kankariya. The dance is proprietary and never secular. The elaborate West costume, particularly headgear, also called West Tattua, is considered sacred with 64 ornaments used to complete the West costume. Moreover, traditionally, the sheen of the headgear symbolizes the rays of the sun. Today, you will experience the splendid West dance combined with Gajaga Wannama.
That was a great description of the West dance. There's one more place we would like to take you, isn't there?
Yes.
Yeah. Finally, we'll travel to the vibrant north, where we'll dazzle you with loud music and expressive movements that ought to get you moving as well.
Okay, dancers, the stage is yours.
Commencing their day by paying homage to the sun, the people of the island work the fertile soil that nourishes an entire nation. Ancient kings regarded the soil as a giver, a life, and fed it through intricate man-made waterways and great lakes.
වැකන්ද පාමුලට කුරුළු පාලුවට ආලේ කරනා පුරපේන තෙක්ම දළු දානා මල් පිපුණු නවලොවට එපෙනා
දිය කැට පහනක අරුම පසක් පච්චිලා ගියා
හිරු කිරණ ඉරායන සංගීත පාමුල දොත් මුදුන් දෙල ගොවි දෙයියෝ හිරිරෝන උදෑසන සුවඳ පුරෝගෙන
Throughout the ages, travelers from all corners of the world have journeyed to a mystical and magnificent island nestled in the heart of the Indian Ocean. All through history, this island nation has been referred to by many a name, such as Taprobane, Serendib, the granary of the East, and still to this day, the pearl of the Indian Ocean.
Did you enjoy? Well, I believe the night is still not over and the food is ready. We've reached at the intermission, so help yourselves and we'll start back once everything settles down. Thank you.
It's always been a land that kings, rulers, travelers and traders have found fascinating. And it's no wonder, then, that Tambapani, or Taprobane, as the ancient Greek mariners dubbed her, Serendib, as the seafarers of old Arabia named her, or that the Pearl of the Orient, sitting as she does like the teardrop, is indeed a land of wonder. It's a land whose genesis lies with the Indian prince Vijaya, who fell in love with the resident queen Kuveni to beget the valiant lion race, as is chronicled in the literary masterpiece of the Mahavansa, penned as far back as the 6th century AD. And Ceylon has more recently coined through British colonization, and now a very proud and free Sri Lanka, lived through the beginning of civilization in this part of the world to herald unequaled architectural masterpieces, unheralded bounties of nature, and a melting pot of culture, religions, and ethnicities, to paint a canvas of multi-hued vibrancy that truly denotes paradise today. Visitors old and visitors new find Sri Lanka fascinating. The blend of a modern corporate and commercial environment with far-reaching tourist pleasures in such a small landmass is indeed unmatched. Come, take a walk through serendipity.
Well, Thelma, so far we've seen some high quality performances in both music and dancing. However, I think now it's time to give our audience a break from those and let them experience another dimension of our culture. What do you think?
Can't agree more, Ashabat. How about a play?
That's exactly what I was thinking of. Do you have any idea what it's going to be about?
I guess I do. The play that we are about to see will be centered around the life of a typical Sri Lankan girl.
Well, I still don't understand. I don't have a good idea about it. Can you be more descriptive?
Certainly. This play is based on the life of a girl. Simply put, this is about a girl's life starting from birth to childhood to youth. I forgot the best part. The girl even falls in love with a guy in the middle of a story and...
Wait. Don't finish. I'm anxious to see how it's gonna end. I'm sure the audience has the same feeling as well. So we'll let them enjoy.
හරනේ සුපුල්නාමල් සුවඳ ගැල්වූ ජීවිතේ
සීත හිමගිර සීත නොදැනේ දැනේ උණුසුම ආදරේ
සීත හරනේ සුපුල්නාමල් සුවඳ ගැල්වූ ජීවිතේ
සීත හිමගිර සීත නොදැනේ දැනේ උණුසුම ආදරේ ලතාවක් සේ වෙලී සියොළඟ පතමි රැකවරණය ඔබෙන් ලතාවක් සේ වෙලී සියොළඟ පතමි රැකවරණය ඔබෙන්
සදා දූතින් මලක් සේ ඔබ වැළඳ ගන්නෙමි හදවතින් කැන්ඩම් යන්නං රන්මල් මාලා දාලා පායනා තරුවේ කැන්ඩම් යන්නං රන්මල් මාලා දාලා පායනා තරුවේ සරු පලඳා මුතු පලඳා තරු මුතු කැන්ඩම් යන්නං රන්මල් මාලා දාලා පායනා තරුවේ
By the way, Ashava, I think we are getting close to the end of our event.
Sadly, yes. So as the final item of the day, we are going to have a blended cultural medley, which will certainly be a novel musical experience to all of you.
Sit back and enjoy.
Kalawadi, Kalawadi, Kalawadi.
not have been a success. So all of them deserve the final stage.
That brings us close to the end of proceedings of the day. And now, let me invite the Secretary of Sri Lankan Students Association, Ms. Kalani Karunaratne, to deliver the word of thanks.
Thank you, Ashaba. Distinguished guests and my dear friends, I hope you all had a nice evening. Before I start thanking people, I would like to mention a few words about Ridhma. Ridhma, it's not just another cultural event. This had been the dream of all the Sri Lankans in Iowa City. What you just witnessed here today is the result of incessant efforts of each and every Sri Lankan in Iowa City. As the Secretary of Sri Lankan Students Association, I would like to thank our chief guest tonight, Mr. Roy Salcedo, the coordinator for multicultural programs, for gracing this event and for his guidance and support throughout the organizing phase to make this event a reality. I would like to thank our sponsors, Center for Student Involvement and Leadership, Office of International Students and Scholars, Raps and Rolls, Iowa Memorial Union, and Hy-Vee. Without their generous support, this event would not have been a success. Then, I would like to thank the staff of IMU Business Office, Administration, and IMU Catering. A special thanks goes to our guest performers from Iowa State University, Shamika Hippola, Prashant Gunasekara, Lakshmi Artigala, and Vagisha Jayasekara. Let's give them a warm round of applause. Next, I would like to thank our staff advisor, Dr. Kokila Tenuvara, for her guidance and support. I would like to take this opportunity to convey our gratitude to the choreographers of this event, Jeevapani and Imali, Bimali for designing the costumes, Sanjeeva for designing and compiling visuals, Lahiru for training and guiding the vocalists, and our friend Ishara Fernando from Virginia for providing the soundtrack for the duet. If it wasn't for their relentless efforts, this event would not have been realized in this manner. Furthermore, I would like to thank the musicians on stage, Chandana, Upendra, and Praneeth. Let's give them a warm round of applause. I would like to extend my thanks to all of you, all our colleagues from Iowa, all the Sri Lankans who traveled from Ames, Des Moines, Chicago, St. Louis, and Devonport. Thank you for gracing our event with your presence. Last but not least, I thank all the members of SLSA of University of Iowa and all the Sri Lankans in Iowa City. So, until we meet again, Ayubowan, have a good night. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's actually not enough. Now, we are going to have a DJ with Sri Lankan party music, and we would like to invite all of you to join us and share the fun.
Well, that sounds like fun. And now, concluding our stage show, we would like to invite all our performers and the people behind the stage. Come on to the stage. If it wasn't for their brilliant performances, time, and commitment, this event would not have been a success. So all of them deserve the final stage.
නැති කරේ රස වෙමු රමදායිකට වැනි ලොවේ සැමා එකම දැයි දරුවන් වේවා වාද නැති වේද නැති ලස්සන ලොවට අපට උදා වේවා වැටුණු කෙනෙකු හට නැගී සිටින්නට අල්ලෙන්නට හැකිලෙන්න එපා ඔහුගේ රට ජාතිය ආගම කුල කොඳ ගැන සොයන්න එපා සාවයේ කීර්තිකා පතුරාලා මුළු ලෝතලේ ඒ ලාලෙනු සැමලායිකට බැනි ලොවේ සැමා එකම දැයි දරුවන් වේවා වාද නැති වේද නැති ලස්සන ලොවට අපට උදා වේවා ලොවේ සැමා එකම දැයි දරුවන් වේවා ඔයන් මිලේ වේද මිලේ අලගිය උලම් නාලේ මල කෙරෙනු ලොවේ සැමා එකම දැයි දරුවන් වේවා වාද නැති වේද නැති ලස්සන ලොවට අපට උදා වේවා ලොවේ සැමා එකම දැයි දරුවන් වේවා for unity peace and harmony may we live tomorrow together as one ලොවේ සැමා එකම දැයි දරුවන් වේවා වාද නැති වේද නැති ලස්සන ලොවට අපට උදා වේවා ලස්සන ලොවට අපට උදා වේවා ලස්සන ලොවට අපට උදා වේවා